having technical difficulties. I am live. I apologize for that, YouTube. My channel is Prairie Scraps. I try to go a couple of times a week over on my channel, and I'd love to have you there. So if this ends up being kind of a multi-stage one, make sure that you're a channel member and you hit that little bell so that you can get notifications. This seems actually very dry, so that might be it. That might be it. I don't know. However, okay, so it could be, I don't know. Look at it. It's not bad, but it's not it's not what I was expecting. I mean, sometimes that's the way it is with crafting, right? Like it's not what you expect. I goobered on the side here. I may do a little, oh, I've been going for an hour too, so this might be a two-step project. I might walk away, oops, and now I wiped off some of it. Oh, that's really great. I'm wiping off where I went off the edge, and then I kind of goobered some of it here. This one may not be as dry. I think I'm gonna take a sanding paper at least to the outside edges because I do want it to look nice and clean. If you ever do like a surface and the edges kind of get, a little messy, especially with these Chubbies, you can just go through with a piece of a sanding block. This is just from Dollar Tree. I love the sanding blocks there. I hate pain, like I can see where my fingers are off. Hey, ooh, thank you. Is Beth still in there? Yeah. Okay. So this is like my finger rubbed off. And I'm not having, so I think you could actually like put a bow on here, call it good. I don't think it's too bad. Kind of like it the way it is. But we're gonna go, I think, really quick. And oops, see where my finger, I don't think that one is completely dry yet. This one I keep putting my finger on it and it keeps coming up, so I want to make sure it's dry. I don't know, it may be that my paste is so thick. I don't know. Usually though, when I'm doing crackle paint, the crackle technique with my other one, I do it wet. Look at this, I got orange all over the backside, which I don't want. I want it to look clean. So, and these you could do double-sided, so you can, if you can switch it around a little bit. All right, so I am gonna just kind of rough up the edges a little bit, I think, just so it looks more normal that I put my fingers in the middle. And maybe with given a little bit of time, it's also got a shimmer. I don't know if you can see that really well, but there is a shimmer in that. So that could be some of the problem as well. It feels, these thicker parts I think are not. All right, so what are we gonna do with it, right? Really quick, I wanna do some pasting on it, but first I think I'm gonna just take a little bit of wax and put on here because I wanna protect it. It'll probably come up a little bit when I go to do a transfer on here, but I do want to protect it a little bit so it doesn't, peel off the whole entire thing. So wax, this clear wax is a great product. You can just put it on there, protect it a little bit. These are not, remember, I'm going for the rustic look, so I knew that these would not be absolutely perfect in their appearance. So don't, you don't have to do it this way if you don't like this version, but we're gonna give it a go. Okay, so my all-time favorite fall transfer has been this one. This is called Fall Harvest Pattern, and man, does it have some really beautiful patterns on it. And I think I'm gonna start with this over here and do these flowers. So there's some pumpkins, there's some, I don't know if they're mums. I don't know if mums the word. Why can't I get this up? I'm going to leave it on the backing. I have used this before. It has been already fuzzed once, so I'm not going to fuzz it again. We are going to stick this on here. The other one I thought about using actually was, maybe I'm gonna hold off on this one because I'm thinking about it. The other one I'm thinking about using is this giant one, the Sunflower Market. It's got 3 giant sunflowers in the middle, and I kind of was thinking about putting those on there. So, but I do want these leaves, so that's where I'm going to start. I think is doing the leaves on this taller one. And I like this area right here. If you saw, I'm trying to think. Oh, I did some of those. What was it called? Risers. I did the 3 risers set with these on, and it was super simple, super quick. If you're looking for a quick, easy craft, go back and watch that video. It's on my channel. Let's get these garbage out of the way. Okay, so I've got them in there. Let's see if we've got you centered here. Get the stuff out of the way, right? Get my act together. Okay. And I think I'm just going to do a simple. The thing I love about these vintage patterns that we've been having that come out is that it's okay if it's kind of like messy or rustic. And I'm just going to use a small squeegee and just put this down in vanilla. So because I put the orange down there, I'm kind of wanting to just mute it. You could use the bright white as well, which is what that pumpkin is painted in. And this may end up being kind of a multi-layered project. And my goal is to make it look vintagey, rustic. I don't want it to look perfect. I love the vintagey, rustic look. So get this on here. Just cover all the places. Just want to go quickly because chalk paste does kind of dry, and then peel a little on the slow side. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. That is amazing. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And I think, you know, put a little rustic, I'm going to let this dry first, but just put like a piece of twine on there for a little bow at the top. Holy cow, is that not beautiful? I love it. I don't know. It's kind of my style right now. This rustic, vintagey. I did a whole dresser. If you didn't see me, what I did with the dresser from her desk for my granddaughter, go back and watch that one. It is so beautiful. I did it in pink, painted it in pink, and then I did the insets and the top with the vintage pattern behind it. Oh my gosh, just love it. And it was kind of fun. It was like creative, but I didn't have to be perfect. That was the fun part of it, was not the pressure of not being perfect. So I think I'm going to take maybe this side. I like this little border here. And first of all, this has never been used. This is a very big, let me shut this before I make a big mess. This is a very big transfer. This is 24 by 18. And so use it. You can use parts of it. That's one great way to use it. We're just going to use this end, and I'm going to open it up, put my fuzzing cloth here on the part that I'm going to use, and fuzz it really good so that we can use this part without it sticking too hard. Looks like I don't know what I got in here. Piece of red. Oh, I know. I was making that red pumpkin. Fabric pumpkins. I love pumpkins, you guys. I love to make pumpkin things. So stay tuned. I'm going to be making all the fall things. I'm starting to think about some of the Christmas items I want to make for the Christmas fairs, you know, craft fairs coming up. Okay. So I'm going to put this backing back on it. Oops. Unstick it from my dryer. And then we're going to use this portion and put the, I'm leaving the backing with it so that I don't get too messed up in it. I can see where I went over the edge here. Don't want the sawdust on my project. I want to take this off before we painted. A little goober there on the edge. Okay. Take off any that extra red. Add a little goober, a little piece of red fuzz here. And you don't want any, like, you want to fuzz it, but you don't want big chunks of fuzz because it won't go, it'll lift your transfer up if you have like a piece of sawdust in there or something in there. So I want to do this. I love this sunflowers. And I know sunflowers are kind of trending right now, so I think this, I guess only, it looks like an artichoke out there, but I think maybe it's like a, I don't know. I wish they'd tell us what the flowers are these. I think I want to move it so that this part is fully on so you can see that it's a sunflower. Okay. Right? And to go with the theme that I already did, I'm just going to do the vanilla again and make sure I've got all the bubbles out. Just make a good seal with that transfer on there. We did do the wax before we started. Got a whole bunch on there and didn't get any of it on there. I grabbed it but didn't get it on there. And it's okay. Some of this is going to go off the surface, but we just want to fill all of those see-through parts with this vanilla. Vanilla, I think, love it, love it. It's my all-time favorite. Vanilla and espresso. Espresso, I'm totally out of. They're pretty recent issued chalk paste, and they're water-based, so they're totally non-toxic. So we'll get everything else off, put it back in the paste bucket, that aside, and work kind of quickly. You want to get it off just like the other one. And here we go. Look how I used 2 different transfers and was totally able to like stay within, you know, by using the same colors, it sort of gets them together. But still, look at that. Oh my goodness, you know it's a sunflower, right? Isn't that beautiful? So cute. Love it. And then I'm going to go ahead. Here's that other one. Here's the 2. So let me show you that one again. Here is the leaf one from that fall pattern, the vintage fall pattern. And then here's the sunflower market, just part of it. How you can intertwine and use 2 different ones, but yet because we're using the same color patterns, we use some, you can see the variance underneath the crackle. It's very slight, so it's not my favorite crackle, that I will say, but it's really kind of cute. And then you can go back and, you know, do a little bit of the edges. I always like to, you know, harden up the edges a little bit. You could even put a little bit of vintage wax around the edges to make them go. I kind of like them just like this. I might put a little twine bow at the top, and actually not tie it around the top. I think I'm just going to tie a bow and put it on the top with twine, keeping it so simple, and just and then hot gluing it right there, just to keep it simple, but has a little bit of decor on it. I think that's all I'm going to do. I don't even want to tie it around there, but I do think it needs a little something, but isn't that gorgeous? And the color that I used as an undercoat, what was that? It was Cozy. So I think it's an older color. But aren't those just gorgeous? So beautiful, easy peasy, quick and easy, helping you find those quick and easy fall projects. You could do this on anything, by the way. You could do it on furniture. You could do it on, you know, an old can or something, just a little bit of a sunflower or whatever. I just think it's beautiful. So the way it is, you don't even have to dress it up all that much or have a whole bunch of ribbon or anything. You could put ribbon on it if you wanted. I did pick up some kind of fall-ish colors of ribbon. That would look gorgeous. There's some brown. I got it at the thrift store. This was $1 for this whole thing, and I loved some of those ribbons in there. So anyway, hope you all have a very blessed day and week. Tell me when you're starting school up. If your kids are in school, when does your local school start? We are starting today, the day 2 days after fair. Fair ended Saturday night because we did not get back from the sale. We are very thankful to our buyers for buying 2 big hogs. So very exciting fair we had, and we are ready to recover and start up school. So I hope you all are having a beautiful fall time and safe from the fires. We have forest fires going right now, so that is what's going on. But I just want to show you. Aren't those great? They're so cute. They would look great on a mantle, on a shelf, in your kitchen, wherever. A little bit of touch of fall, not too much. You could do it in any color you want. You could do the blues, you could do the whites, whatever you prefer, but easy peasy. And I hope you have a great day. Make sure you keep on crafting.